live. All right, guys, I'm gonna find myself hopefully on my phone, but I am gonna show you the sketch right now. It is this one. It is by Brandy Joe. So let me see if I can't find myself. Because, whoops, that's not what I want. Because sometimes YouTube is really good about me finding myself, and sometimes it's really bad. So, I am still not showing up. And we're just sitting here, right? Like, we're like, why are we not showing up yet? Okay. Well, I will check again in a few moments, but this is the sketch. It is by Brandy Joe. I am going to use two little photos. Got a whole bunch of mixed media going on back here. And this is the marker on the door. You can see the peephole, and then this is the fish extender that was on the side. Now, we did not participate in the fish extender, and maybe if I close out my YouTube app and reopen it, I can actually find myself so that I can see comments, or if anybody even joins, because this is a very different time for me to go live. I can't see anything, so I might just be talking to myself for a hot minute here, because I can't see anything on YouTube. Can't see a darn thing. So yeah. All right, so in the sketch, it has, I am using my mixed media cutting mat. In the sketch, it has two photos down here, and I am going to use the two photos. I do think I am going to trim these guys down to 4x4 photos. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, that is not going to work because I'm gonna trim off that peephole there. Okay, so I got a 4x4 photo of that, and then let's get a 4x4 photo of this. Okay, so we got the fish extender and we got the door doohickey. I keep going over here to see if I can't see it on YouTube, but it's not. This is weird. Sometimes it takes a little bit for my YouTube to catch up so that I can actually see myself, but it has never taken this long. I hope I'm actually live. Yeah, there are people watching. Hi, people who I can't see. So I don't know if you're saying anything or not. Okay, so there is definite blue on here, right? So my background is going to be blue. What I want to do, I think, is just kind of create a background. This is not a mixed media paper. The sucker is going to warp up beautifully. It's going to warp a whole lot, which is fine, right? Like, it is fine. Hi, baby. That just was a short. I was trying to see if YouTube was moving at all. It is, but daggone. It's just not showing, it's just not showing. I am really perplexed. Okay. There is perplexion. I don't know. I am going to be using my favorite stencil, which is the All-Star stencil, which, whoops, I still have washi tape on it from the last time I used this stencil. Ugh, what a pain. Riveting YouTube right here, you guys. Watching me peel washi tape off of the stencil. So funny thing is this washi tape doesn't really like to stick a whole lot, and it is a scratch and sniff washi tape that was available from Paper House. I don't know if it still is, but it wasn't great washi tape that stuck to paper. So I used it as one of my like working washi tapes, and those are the things that I like hold down stencils with, or I tape the back of my layouts with, and those kind of things. And it's hilarious to me that this wasn't the best quality washi tape, but daggone if it doesn't stick to a stencil. You know what I'm saying? It just puts itself right there and doesn't want to let go. Now, my stencils, the Scrapping Reflection stencils, are of a 10 mil Mylar, so they are a little bit thicker, so they can handle this, because I have some stencils from other companies that I love, but their Mylar is thin. I don't know if their Mylar would handle this. Okay. Let's try one more time to see if I can't get in here. Steak Goddess. Oh. Get the QuickBooks mobile app. I'm watching an ad now. It finally showed me myself. I'm muting it though, so I don't hear that. All right, I actually see myself now. Fabulous. Okay. Before I start the mixed media stuff, I actually got in an order from Brutus Monroe the other day that I haven't even opened yet. So I'm going to see, because I don't exactly remember what I got. I'm going to see if there's anything in this order that I would want to use. Okay. This is their new mixed media stuff called Creative Confections, and it's elderberry swirl and pistachio swirl. It's green and purple, so probably not, since I'm kind of going with the blues. I'm just going to put them over there. Velveteen Glaze and Taupe and Limoncello, Glitter Glaze and Celestial Skies, and Velveteen Glaze and Basil. So again, nothing that I want to use right now on this layout. And you know, I know most people probably know what they order. I don't remember. I should probably have done an ASMR video on this. Okay, we got more of the Creative Confections in Pineapple Swirl and Blueberry Swirl. I just don't know what this is going to dry like, so I don't want to do it on this layout, because the blue works, but, you know, not where I want it. Okay, we've got Chroma Mist in white. What color is this? Witch's Brim and Worn Satin. That blue looks like something we might want to try, so I'm going to put that. What do we got? Aqua Pigment and Gingerbread, a Chroma Mist in Peacock, which is a teal, and a Chroma Mist in Gourd Guts. Okay, probably not the Peacock. And then finally, what is this last one that I got that doesn't want to open? Okay. A couple more Chroma Mists in Evergreen. Waites. 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 W-A-I-T-E-S-S. I don't know what that is. And then the Ornament Gold, which has definitely changed. The gold color has definitely changed. This is more of a soft gold, whereas my last one was more of a bright gold. So the gold formula has definitely changed. Okay, so we're gonna keep the one. Let's get the plastic off of here. All right. Let us do some mixed media. I think what I am going to do is give myself a little base of blue color on this paper. And the paper is thin, so all of the bumps and stuff that are on the back or this mat is going to show up. And I'm doing it off the mat like this. We're probably shaking a little bit. Doing it off the mat like this, so I can get that dark edge on the edge of the paper. Now, I know that this is supposed to be Winey Wednesday Live, but it's 3:22 in the afternoon here, and not that I have a problem with having a glass of wine in the afternoon. I mean, heck, when we used to go to the wineries in California, when we lived in California, we would do the first wine tasting at 11:30. So I am not judging anybody that wants to have a drink or a cocktail before 5 p.m., but I just didn't want it. I was like, I'm not going to not do Winey Wednesday just because I don't want to have wine. So I'm giving a nod to the wine with grape, at least, and I'm having Gatorade. Grape, Gatorade, 0. The pinwheel stencil is kind of showing up right there. Okay, so like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and get a nice little base of this blue color on here. And it doesn't have to be full. I just kind of want like those edges to be a little bit darker. And I don't want my paper to be stark white, right? Like I want it. Now in Brandy Jo's sketch, which I will bring back up real quick. In Brandy Jo's sketch, you can see that the mixed media is kind of right here, right? So that's going to be what I go for, is kind of this woof kind of thing. All right. Ooh, I probably shouldn't have done that over the paper, because sometimes when you open, the Gatorade doesn't explode like it just did. An explosion. Ah, shoot. I was sitting there trying to show you and explain what happens, and it did that. Sometimes it explosions out of the top. All right. Put that down there. So my photos are still definitely going to be down here. Like, I know that that's going to happen. So I am going to do my mixed media there. Now the question is, what in the heck kind of mixed media do I even want to do? Let me get my favorite mixed media tool. Yes, it's an acrylic block. I've got my water. Let me grab my paper towels real quick. Yeah, guys, as you can see, I was super prepared. Okay, a couple paper towels. And now let's make some mess. Okay. I am not doing this on the line side. I'm gonna, maybe that was too much. Okay. Put some water down on that bad boy. I'm gonna start with the cobalt blue. That's a nice, deep, dark color. And I'm doing this just to get where my stuff is gonna be, right? Like, and my fingers are going to die. Like, be dyed, not die like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna do this, because again, I'm just like making sure that what is happening, what I want to happen, will happen. Okay. Now, let's bring in this color because this looks fun. Ooh, okay. I am gonna water that too. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna bring in a little bit of the splishy splashes that happen. Okay. I'm not going too far down here because I know that my photos are gonna go right there. Like I know that that's gonna happen. So I'm not stressing about that too much. And then I've got this one, which is the Distress Sparkle stuff. When I first discovered this stuff, I called it a name and I can't remember what I called it anymore. So we got that. And again, I'm gonna do the same thing. That one I spread out a little bit more. Now this kind of stuff, you guys, I find to be fun and relaxing. I could sit here with colors all day long and do this. And just go, okay, I'm gonna do blues, I'm gonna do pinks, I'm gonna mix them, I'm gonna do greens, I'm gonna do this. This to me is all kinds of fun, right? Hi guys, yay, okay, oh my word, I just had a bunch of messages pop. Hello. Okay, so like I said, this is fun for me. I love doing this. Now, what I'm gonna do is actually do some splatter, right? Because I want the darker concentration of the drops. So we'll do splatter with that one. Gonna do splatter with this one. And this one I am putting the splatter down here in this corner because there will be visible paper underneath of here for where the photos are. And I don't want it to look naked, right? Like I decided to ink the entire paper so it wouldn't be stark white. So it makes sense that I'm going to splatter this. Now, could I have just started with a light blue paper? Yeah, I could have, but I don't think I would get the same result. I like the fact that it isn't a solid color and it's kind of all over the place. And this definitely, let's pull up the sketch again. Like I am definitely feeling the vibes of the sketch, right? Definitely feeling it. I do love a good mixed media sketch though, because with mixed media, it's just a fun time, right? Like it is a fun time. All right, so I'm glad I opened those Brutus Monroe things. I like this color a lot. Worn satin. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So obviously this is wet. Obviously it is warping because like I said, this is just super cheap cardstock. I don't even know where this came from. It is super cheap and super flimsy. But it's going to end up in my album anyway, so I'm not stressing about that. Now, my plan was, after this dried, to put the stars on top of this and get some of the stars here. So this needs to dry a second. I might have to throw the heat gun at it. So I'm going to put this just off to the side. And by off to the side, I mean I'm just going to flop it on the ground over there. And then let's get the photos decorated. A lot of the times when my mixed media is wet, if I don't want to slap the stuff right on top of it, which is some of the times I do that, I will build my page off of its background and just pop it on top of the background. So that is what I'm going to do here. Ouch. Let's see. if there are any cruise papers I want to use. This is fun because we actually played shuffleboard. I'm wondering if I should like, nope, it's not going to be what I want. All right. I will definitely use this as one of them. I'm not a super big fan of that side, I guess. So that's gonna work for one of them. And then I think I was gonna do this pop of red, but I think my pop of red, no, not this pop of red, but I think I'm just gonna use the blue paper there. So I got these as 4x4. So I'm gonna do 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And right now these scraps are not going in the bin, you guys, because I am literally working on a project with all of these kind of papers. So my scraps have not been going straight in the bin. They have been being held and used because I'm working on a project and sometimes I need continuity and I might need that little bit of paper somewhere else. Okay. So we're going to, oh, dang it, ran out of tape. Do I have my other one preloaded with tape? No, it's empty. I need a roll of tape. Be right back. I don't keep my tape handy. I mean, I keep my tape, well, you probably just heard, I keep my tape in the closet, because it's not something I feel needs to be close. It doesn't get the prime real estate in the room. So we're gonna switch this out real quick. This bad boy's got some buildup. I don't know if right now is the exact right time to be worrying about that though. But yeah, daggone, we got some buildup there. Okay. I brought another one so that I could do the second ATG I have. But I won't do that right now during the live. Okay. So we're gonna get that on there. Roll that around like that. Put that back on. Okay. And voila. All right, this one, I want to use the solid for this one. And I want to use the mermaid scales, or maybe these are waves. I'm not sure. They're probably waves since this is a cruise line. Let's cruise. Probably waves instead of mermaid scales. You know what I mean? All right. The question is, do I want it like this or do I want it like this? I think I want it like this. Okay. Then I definitely want to pop this bad boy up. So we are going to do that. Did I? Yep. Okay. We got that going on there. this going on here. And then now we need some decoration. So I was actually thinking about adding in another 7032 on this layout because why not? But I'm not sure if I actually want to do that. Now in the sketch there are those little stitchy heart line things. I think what I am going to do, if I can get it to pop out of its thingamajiggy. I've got these, right, these little bows that I think are just going to go right there. And then I'm going to put something here. Not sure yet what, but something. Okay, we do have more of the same color bow, so maybe this bow will go down here somehow. But what do I want to decorate there with? I'm like, oh, do I bring in the pop of red here, where it's just oh, I don't know. I thought I wanted a big old pop of red, and I don't think I want that large of a pop of red. Okay, let's see what I've got decoration-wise. So we've got these. It's just paper. I love they have like dream and magic and wonder. It'd be great if they had fantasy. You know what I mean? Oh, there's a cloud. Okay, not really feeling. Put that in like this because I actually do like this, and I like the fact that it's giving a nod to the sketch. But something's got to go down here, and I'm not certain it's any of this stuff. I've also got these, the piratey stuff, probably not. Probably not that big old thick thing there either. I don't like that. I do like this little geotag with the heart. That's either going to go there or down here somewhere with something. Maybe I need some tickets and some labels, like my go-to things, the things I like to decorate with. Let's see what I got. Now these are tabs and such things, but there's blue stuff here, right? Like no, I don't like that there. I kind of like that there. But I feel like it needs something else. All right, so that is not going to work for me. I mean, there's that tiny little pop of red that I was thinking about. All right, let's see what kind of label situation I've got. I might actually have to bust out the stamps and dies that I have purchased and make my own labels, because I've kind of run out of the colors. Okay, there's a blue. So we'll bring that in. Let's see if I got any. Oh, I mean, there's a nice red. If I wanted to bring in just a little pop of red. Let's see what else I got going on in here that might work. Or do I just want to stick like or do I just want to stick with blue? I kind of like that pop of red. Okay. I'm definitely going with the pop of red, which, you know, makes me happy. I'm cool with that. So we'll have the pop of red like this. I definitely need something else layered up with that. So let's go to the tickets, and somehow a flower ended up in my tickets. All right. Let's see what I got going on here. That might be a little large. Those would be kind of labels instead of tickets. Those are very red tickets. Okay. If I do this, this is a lot of blue on blue, you guys. What I need is like a little, maybe it's just a little bit larger than I want. Okay, what if I do this? Leave that there. Do this. Oh, I'm given it just that way. What I can do is cut this down. Oh, it doesn't want to unstick. All right, the plastic around this label does not want to unstick, so I'm just going to cut the plastic off around the label. And then we'll just use the sticky. All right. Whoops. Accidentally got the adhesive caught up. You guys, does this happen to you guys? Oh, come on, now it's stuck to my finger. What a pain in the tuchus. What a pain in the tuchus. Doesn't this thing know that it needs to perform properly when it's on camera? do your job. Okay. I was like, where did my thing go? All right, so I'm going to nestle this label right into that because I like the little bit of gold popping through there. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side, like this, just a little tiny bit of the gold popping through. There we go. I'm gonna add more adhesive because why not? Okay, we'll get this there like that. I am ecstatic with that. I'm actually gonna put the little bow on top of my geotag right here, like that. And I am gonna add another 7032 there. What color though? That is gonna be the question. I'm gonna get these labels in there. Put those back. Let me see. Let me see what little letters I have. Do I have small blue letters? I don't have. I have glitter. I do not have. Do not have numbers in that one. You know, it's funny because I never use 7. Nope. I never use my numbers, and then when I go and I'm like, oh yeah, I've got numbers out the wazoo to choose from. I really don't, huh? Well, daggone. What? Let's see. Where are my little blue numbers? Those are big. 7. There's no 3s or 2s. Okay. What about this one? That one has no numbers in it at all. 7, 0. I have a Q. That's going to work for this. Because why shouldn't I have 7032 all over this layout? Okay, we're going to use a Q and cut off the Q. The little dangly bit that makes it a Q. I'm going to cut that bad boy off of there. And then I've got the 7. So that'll go there. So 7032. Perfect. We're gonna throw the little Q's dangly bit in the trash. All right, that is off to the side. Let's see if my layout is dry, and it is still very wet. Oh. Let's get everything adhesed, shall we? I was just kind of dangling on there with no adhesion. So that's going to go like that. That's going to go like that. That is an awful lot of it's an awful lot of paper just to get that little red line. So I am not going to use that die cut thing. I'm just going to use this little line right here. trying to figure out how much red I want to actually show. And it's just a tiny little bit that I want to actually show. So I'm going to cut that off like that. That lines up exactly, and I don't want it to line up exactly. It lined up exactly with the edge of this, and I didn't want that. So don't want it to line up exactly. All right. Maybe that, and I feel like I do need that little bit of red back. Where is that little, I feel like there needs to be a little bit of red up here. That is blue. That's red. Maybe we should do it like that, or like that. I like that. So, whoops. I need to adhese that side because I'm going to stick it to this ticket. Stick it to the ticket. I just thoroughly made myself giggle. Okay. I'm going to put, come on. Put that on there like that. And that, and then I got these bad boys. And you guys, these are actual brads. This was back when the company said that they made brads, and yeah, they're actual brads. I'll be danged. I love me some actual brads. And we're gonna use this one right here. And I want the pokey tool. I'm going to pokey tool that right there in the corner. That paper is still quite wet. I'm going to put the brad, and yes, I poked through my photo. I am putting the brad through the photo. If this was a super epic thingy photo that, you know, once in a lifetime photo kind of thing, I probably wouldn't pokey tool it, but it is not. So I'm going to slice into that so my paper can kind of fit in there a little bit more. Oops. I'm still looking at this kind of weirdly. My new glasses should be in like a week or so, so stoked for that. All right. I think I might need a little red up there too, just to kind of like balance it out a little bit. Now I'm not sure I need to bring in the stars now. I kind of like this the way it is. Definitely need a little bit of red up here. Oops. It would be helpful if I held, oh shoot, I just trimmed that off so it's not straight. So let me straighten that out. I think that, yeah, that balances out for me. I am happy with this. The question is, guys, do I need the stars? Maybe. My plan was the stars. But this is so wet. I am going to get so much stencil spread because of how wet it is. Unless I just use ink and not use something that would spread. I could just do that. I could just use some ink. let's do that. I'm gonna go with a darker ink than the original ink that I laid down on the paper. We're gonna see, and if it turns out bad, it turns out bad. But you know, sometimes it is what it is. Maybe I'll just do it lightly so there's like a ghosting of star. Yep, there's a ghosting of star. I'm okay with the ghosting of star. I love stencils, you guys, like so much. So what might be my cup of tea? Oh, that was a little bit darker than I had planned on, but that's okay. You know, it probably helps that it's this stencil I had originally planned for, because there are other stencils where I'm like, nah. But this stencil is my absolute favorite, so a lot of the times I'm like, yeah, let's just do it. All right, I'm gonna lift this up. Totally missed that entire section right there. All right, got my stars. I'm okay with that. Perfect. I am going to for this one, because this layout is wet and there is product, mixed media product down, I am going to use both my wet glue and my dry glue. I find that sometimes if I don't do that, then it doesn't stick when I'm putting it on a wet product. Unless it's like a glitter glaze or something that's got a little bit of chutzpah to it, then my stuff sticks. Okay, so I got that. We've got, I'm gonna pull that up a little bit so you can see the stars there. Ah, my blue color is matching my bruise under my fingernail. Isn't that cute? I wonder if I'm gonna lose it. I hope not. Okay. Anyway, yay, the layout is done. And I went live super early. So yeah. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. And yeah, I had a great time making this layout, and I will see you guys around the internet.